into those bans here, right now. Kale, first ban out of the traps here for IG, and Lee Sin taken away from Insect. A very much respect ban for Insect there.
You have to ban Lee Sin against Insect. That's just how it is. You can make too many plays on it and you don't want to deal with it. The Kale ban, they had the same ban against Fnatic.
Yeah.
I've not seen Fnatic play Kale in a long time. KT Bullets, I don't know if they actually played, or maybe IG just absolutely hate it because it's a counter dive champion. You pop the ultimate to whoever's being dived, he won't die, and it actually more or less destroys the whole thing for you. So it could be potentially just saying, we hate Kale.
Well, on the other side, we did see Evelyn taken away and Thresh as well. So not wanting Kitties to get his hands on that Thresh. We did see him, of course, play that in their game 1 earlier on today.
I actually wasn't too impressed though by his Thresh because he didn't actually land any hooks. He was there, he was obviously peeling for his AD carry, the Vayne, Kid on Vayne, but he didn't actually do much when it came to the hooks or engages. But still, very strong pick overall, and especially if you want to peel for your AD carry. Like if you have a Vayne, if you have a Caitlyn, you want to make sure they're safe in team fights. Thresh is one of the best champions for this. And now the Renekton being banned away, just like we talked about, will be a contested ban. They don't want to deal with this early game power of Renekton and also all the pressure he applies to your team.
Well, the Bullets running the clock down here for their third and final ban. What are they going to go with? Obviously a lot of discussion about this one, and actually they take out Caitlyn.
So they want to get rid of this Caitlyn, possibly because they want to go Sivir in the first rotation. Don't want to deal with this lane where they were forced to actually lane swap in the last game.
Yeah.
Now, Lulu is open. Let's see if IG actually want to first pick it or they just leave it going. They go with Yasuo once again.
Well, that's exactly what they did in game number 1 against Fnatic. Fnatic, of course, put a Kassadin up against it. It left that Lulu open, and it looks like the Bullet's going to be quite happy to take that one along with Kha'Zix.
So they don't actually pick the Sivir, but yeah, Yasuo first pick. We saw how strong he was in the laning phase. He beat Xpeke on Kassadin. He's supposed to win that matchup. It's a bit weird for Fnatic to actually win Kassadin into it, but now he picks it up once again. If he can have the same impact, he will be very, very hard to deal with. But Lulu is a great pick against Yasuo. Good laning phase for Lulu. You can harass him a lot early on. And also, whatever target he jumps on in team fights, put the wild growth, make sure the target actually stays alive, and he won't be able to have the impact he wants to.
So, other side here then for IG. What are they going to add in to the equation? They'll pick up an AD carry in the form of Lucian, a champion that Kid has played already in the LPL so far. And with Thresh by now, Annie looks to be their next choice.
A Kid, he absolutely loves Lucian. He picks it so often. It's his favorite AD carry when it comes to being safe and also have a great impact in the game, because Lucian, you're good early game, you're good mid game, and you're good late game. You have pretty much everything you want in an AD carry. And now with Annie, Martha on Annie have been amazing. He's so good at engaging. They make sure he's not getting Annie this time. They pick it away from him, put it onto Kitties, who can then do the engages for himself, and also the laning phase with a Lucian. A lot of poke, and also very good all-in after level 6.
Let's see what Bullets go for then after those come in. Hovering over Jinx right now. Is that going to be a good lane from Jinx, Leona? Will they want to go 2v2, or are they going to be forced to swap there?
Normally, you don't want to fight with Jinx against an Annie, because it's too easy for Annie to simply pop Tabers in your face. You only have your flash to more or less avoid it, and it's very hard because Tabers is just instant down, boom. So normally, I actually also like the fact to swap away from it here, go towards the Sivir instead, and obviously we have Leona onto Mata, who loves to be the engage for the team, and with Sivir, talked a little bit about it in the last game, how you can choose whenever you want to fight. Because you pop the ultimate if you want to engage and catch someone out. Or if they engage on you, you pop the ultimate to disengage. So the Sivir pick just brings so much for them. And if they decide to lane swap again, they will have more or less the same impact as beforehand.
And the spell shield as well, which,
of course,
if you time it right against Tibbers, you avoid everything.
Or the Sona ultimate, like we saw again last game. Flash into his face, spell shield, instantly.
Spell shield, definitely, these guys are on point, that's for sure. Not like me, who would spell shield just about after I die. That's how it happens. On the other side, IG looking like they might want to go for pretty much exactly the same from the top lane. We saw PDD, I mentioned it at the end of their game number 1, up to about 350 armor, was tanking the turrets all day long. And the Wukong, which makes it so much easier for Yasuo to actually pick out a target, because when he's in the middle of the team, they all get knocked up. It's easy pickings. And both Shyvana and Wukong have actually the knock-up he needs to activate his ultimate, because when you dragon form with Shyvana, you drag people with you, he can jump onto them. So both these picks synergizes really well with the Yasuo, and I like the pick-up. And also Shyvana, if she gets good early game, good mid game, we know how tanky she becomes, we know how hard she is to deal with. And then of course you have Wukong to start the fights, together with Annie. So you have Tibbers
and the Cyclone from Wukong, and then Yasuo, and we have obviously Shyvana jumping into your face. They can more or less circle towards the backline of KT Bullets. If they can actually catch them though with the Sivir ultimate.
So where does that leave the Bullets now then? We've seen Lulu going top in both of our last 2 games actually. Is it going to end up in the middle against Yasuo? What's the choice here for the Bullets?
I would expect it to be Lulu mid, and they can actually go something like Ryze. Leopard have been playing it, and it's actually good against Shyvana, because she won't be able to get to you in the laning phase. You can farm, and you will be so strong late game with a Ryze, so it wouldn't surprise me. Otherwise, they can go for Dr. Mundo, focus on getting very tanky, of course, and try and scale with Shyvana up to late game, and just be this very, very tanky thing, very hard to deal with, very hard for Lucian to actually kill.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to go for. Dr. Mundo locked in as the final choice here for the KT Bullets. Leopard going to have that one in the top lane. Of course, Insect playing Kha'Zix this time around in the jungle. Did have Elise in the last game. Elise left open this time around, but favoring the Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix, again, with the changes to him, while his damage got slightly nerfed, you got a bit more motility with his ultimate changes. It's a second more your stealth if you actually involve it, and also you can move through units, so you can just move straight through an entire minion wave and then jump onto a target. So they seem to favor this, and again for KT Bullet's side, with this combo, late game, it is very scary to deal with. Kha'Zix, when he gets a few items, very strong. Obviously Dr. Mundo, we know how good he is. Lulu, good in pretty much all the stages of the game. Sivir, with the ultimate late game and Leona to do engages. You have so much disengage and also hard engage on KT Bullet's side, and then on the other side, with Shyvana, of course with Wukong, you can more or less trying to circle through the backline of KT Bullet's side with this combo, like all-in engage combo they have. And also laning phase-wise, when you have Annie, when you have Lucian, and when obviously you have something like a Yasuo, you want to make sure you can get the farm you need early on, but against, again, look at mid lane here. Against Lulu, very hard for Yasuo to get the farm he wants, but bot lane, they should be able to do well against this Lulu lane.
Are they gonna let this 2v2 happen though? I mean, are the Bullets gonna want to swap away from that one, or do you think they'll fancy themselves in a 2v2?
I could definitely see KT Bullets swapping, so to also make sure Dr. Mundo is not going against Shyvana, because Shyvana will have all the pressure early on, will push him down to the turret. He could possibly be dived by Wukong, and also Shyvana can actually roam around, set up something. There's of course the teleport onto Dr. Mundo, so he will be able to join in just by staying in top lane and teleporting in for a fight. But all in, lane swapping for KT Bullets would be perfect for them. Dr. Mundo, he's just fine in 1v2, and obviously Sivir, Leona gets a few levels, get the level 6 mark, and then they can actually start setting up fights.
Should point out as well that Leopard did choose to run with teleport in this one as well. So we will be seeing a Dr. Mundo moving across the map for the KT Bullets, but we are going to get into game. It's IG versus the KT Bullets. The winner of this one goes through into the playoffs of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. We're going to find out exactly which team that is. And if we look down the starts here, because earlier on, our first game, we saw Doran Shield starts from the support. This time around, though, different.
Different starts. We got Relic Shield onto Matar. It simply means he's able to control the wave early. And with the changes here in the 4.3 patch, we have to remember it actually heals both yourself and your AD carry by 50 every time you execute a minion. So very good pickup. Good sustain for him as well, and now we can actually try and catch on to Kid here.
Well, he's a little bit far out from this one, but will simply just walk off. The briefcase not quite got the range to land onto him, and Kid's like, yeah, no worries, I get out of this one. No real pressure on him. But the KT Bullets have got positional advantage down on this bottom side. Question is, will they stick around and go for an invade?
They could possibly go in for a very late invade to take the red buff away. But they have actually the bot lane down here now, so they're not looking to lane swap, at least as it's looking here. But if they go in here, get the red buff away from IG, they force them to more or less react and go up to Shyvana here and take the red buff away from KT Bullets.
Well, Kid is currently waiting there around the side. Leopard's got himself into that brush on the bottom. And the Bullets still hanging with 3 men inside of the tri-bush. There's Lulu in the middle, actually. The first ward's starting to come out from this one, and one put on the ramp there by Kitties just to make sure he's got vision of the Lulu, and as we see on the minimap, just pinging him out there as he comes in. Kid actually going to walk straight into Leopard on this one, but the rest of the Bullets a little bit far behind. It's good damage though. Kid down to half HP right from the get-go.
And that is a huge deal. If he's forcing him to use the early health port, it's a big advantage for the bot lane of KT Bullets, because now they have more or less more HP to work with early on. And we see actually Leopard, because he's having teleport, he could stay here with the team. They didn't actually go for the red buff, but they did decide to ward it. And now meanwhile, look down here in the bot lane. Health pot already gone, and Kid is forced way back here. He doesn't really go too much forward.
And with that Relic Shield as well, it's going to be a bit more sustained than usual in this lane. And Kid already taking a lot of damage here. Score and Maffa going heavy on into him. Kid down to just about a third of his health. Kid is trying to do as much damage to Score as he could as he went. No first blood, but very tense start in the bot lane.
Yeah, and very good start for KT Bullets. With Leona early on, normally you actually push down to your own turret because you don't really have the chance to do anything as Leona. But now this time around, Kid a bit of a misposition, so he actually got stunned by Mata. The simply meant he can get the damage onto him, and he doesn't have the same sustain as Score here, so very good start for KT Bullets.
And speaking of the bullets, Insect just stealing away the enemy red. We've got Illusion up on the top side doing exactly the same. Actually better than the start against Fnatic. If we remember that one, they lost both red buffs at the start of the game and Cyanide was able to get the blue after, so that's at least equalized in this game. Now, this mid lane, we talked about it a little bit before. Zitai had an easy time in the laning phase against Pekka, even managing to pick up the kill onto him early on. That's not going to be the same this time around against Lulu, though.
Very different lane, but Illusion is coming in for the first gank.
Can they get the kill? Shield comes down and he's able to get off, and meanwhile Insect actually coming across there, and it's just a case of positioning there from Ryu, just moving down to the bottom side where he knew he had the pressure relief.
Wise enough, as soon as they noticed Lulu didn't flash when the gank came in, they figured Insect must be nearby, so they decided to just back off, got some damage onto Ryu here, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, the laning phase for Yasuo is a lot harder than against a Kassadin. I don't expect him to actually try and pick up many kills onto this Lulu, because it's very hard to kill her 1v1, but we'll like to see how much Wukong can do here, because he's trying to come in again.
Trying to get Ryu actually going to flash in for this one. Zitai going very low. Is the damage enough though here from the Ignite? No, it's not. One more tick would have done it.
He actually flashed the Little Lance, so it didn't hit him and he managed to survive. But very aggressive play early on from Lulu here and could have picked up the first spot.
That might come still though. We've got Insect on the bottom side there. Is the jumping on towards Kid. Good damage coming down. Actually, Score will spell shield out the damage from Kid there as well, but Insect continues to stalk on this bottom side of the map. We can see that Illusion is doing a ring around his jungle there, so he's going to come back onto this bottom side. Pretty much rules out the three-man dive surely onto this turret.
Yeah, so they have actually spotted our Insect, also because the golem, the big golem, was just being taken away. The small golem was still moving when Wukong came down here, so they knew he'd been there. But a very aggressive start from KTB in the bot lane. Also in the mid lane here, flashing in to try and get the first spot. Didn't get it, but he got the pressure even though he's behind in CS.
And although that flash is down, it is down on the other side, and well, it's Lulu. She can speed herself up and get straight out of there. Actually, Zitai going quite aggressive there, just trying to trade some damage. We've got Double Doran's Blade versus Double Doran's Ring in that one, as Maffa is going to be moving up here, just wants to... Is he going to join in the middle lane, actually? I thought he was just going to go up there, put himself a ward down, which he doesn't have anyway, so that wouldn't make sense. They're actually going to see him move up towards this mid lane. They spot Illusion coming away with a decoy. Insect came around as well, but IG already in a safe position.
Yeah, they simply felt that Sivir was actually strong enough to at least stay around his bottom lane here, so he could roam in towards the no-flash Yasuo, try and set up an early kill onto him, shut him down, because again, Ryu is actually falling behind in CS. He was aggressive, yes, but he didn't get the kill. And now Zitai has just been doing an amazing job farming, and he's using his dashes around, making it hard for Ryu to hit any harass on him, and he's just getting all the farm he wants.
Now we see Leopard pushed out a little bit there, but for how long? Because we see that Insect has already started to move his way over. PDD still has that flash, and of course his ultimate should be available for him in a little while as well. He may be forced to flash here, and will in fact flash, and dodges out from the briefcase as well. The Bullets may have thought about following through from that one if they'd got that slow. Didn't happen though, remains killless.
Yeah, they didn't have any hard CC to actually lock him down there, but once again, Yasuo going very aggressive onto Ryu.
Yeah, taking a turret hit there as well, not something that you want to have when we've seen how aggressive Ryu is. And not really scared to just jump in Zitai's face and try to pick up those first kills.
And look who's close to mid lane once again. Wukong constantly around this area. He's just waiting for something to happen so he can join in and get the kill onto Lulu, to get the first blood to Yasuo. We saw how good Zitai was on it last game when he got to pick it against Fnatic. If he can get a good start again, he will be able to do the same. But now it's actually Insect staying around this time.
Well, Zitai has his knock-up now, but will he think about going in on towards Rio? Since he is level 6, does have his ultimate, decides not to go in, although Rio did take the damage. Illusion, meanwhile, clearing out this pink ward. Going to be spotted very early on after that one was put down. So, nice little pick-up in the grand scheme there for IG.
A very nice job actually checking the small bush. A lot of players just run right past them, don't even think about him. But this time, he actually goes in, finds the pink ward, and makes sure KT Bull doesn't get this easy vision you normally see when people actually leave them off.
Down in the bottom lane, actually, the support's starting to near level 6, where we could, of course, start to see a little bit more action coming down. Kitty's is level 5, stun charged up as well. Meanwhile, blue buff started off here, and Ryu, of course, is going to be gifted. That one, we did see Zitai come over, put himself a ward down, but they won't be able to challenge for that one. Illusion actually picking up their blue buff, just for the fact that Zitai needs it less than other champions.
Yeah, he would only get the cooldown reduction from it, so he decided not to actually pick it up. And it simply means, though, now Lulu can start spamming away onto him, which might be hard for him to deal with, but all in all, it's better to put it onto Wukong if he can use it more, if he can actually use it to get ahead of Kha'Zix, get an early level 6 where we can really start seeing the Wukong ganks.
There is Zitai just taking away the Wraiths. Insect going to do a similar thing over on the other side of the map, but we also already see some pretty deep wards actually from IG coming out, but the fact is they were on that top side of the map. Looks like the KT Bullets are fancying themselves a dragon 8 minutes in.
Just like in the game against Millennium, they start a very early dragon here. They want to try and force these early objectives, maybe even force IG to come down and fight them. This time though, everyone just backed off. The ward got placed into the dragon pit and they instantly stopped. They didn't want to risk anything.
And here is that Shyvana roam down from the top lane, knowing that, well, the jungler was on the bottom side of the map, so they can quite safely come in and try and have a go at this one. And there is, in fact, the pickup Leopard. Was trying to get impeded. He's actually pretty low there. He needs to be careful because we see Lulu is coming up from that mid lane. PDD might just get sandwiched into this one, forced to use his ultimate to get away.
Yes, he had to use ultimate. Fair enough though, because they pick up the red buff. Insect is actually only level 5 to the level 6 of Wukong, and he's also falling behind in CS. So IG have been doing a very good job of getting some farm on him, and now they're going on to Lulu.
Going in on towards Ryu. He uses a wild growth on himself, and that forces IG to back off once again. And we did see Insect just hit level 6, but the reactions from Ryu there, spot on.
You couldn't have timed that ultimate better from Lulu. She managed to knock up Wukong, so if he had activated his ultimate, he wouldn't have hit her. So she would actually be safe, didn't even have to flash. So absolutely fantastic timing on his ultimate.
Really well played, and we stay killless here, almost 10 minutes into this game. Insect, though, is going to ulti in. They're going to go in towards Zitai. Can he get back behind his turret? Windwall comes out, and actually they're looking to turn this one around. Let's not forget that Illusion didn't use his ultimate in that last fight, but in the end, they can't get it in time before the bullets back off.
And Zitai, he's just amazing onto this Yasuo. He's doing so well in the laning phase. He's getting all the farm, even against Lulu, who's a lane bully. He's a melee champion. Yes, he can dash through to get the CS, but still, he will get harassed every single time. And yet, he's actually winning the lane, making sure every time Insect is there, he stops him from doing anything. And Illusion can now pick up another buff for him. So now 3 buffs for IG and only 1 for KT Bullets.
On the red buff, nothing that the bullets... nothing that they can really do about that one. We'll see how that affects them in these next moments. So this bottom lane, actually, despite that really, really early action, has been quite quiet. Both supports are now level 6, though. Illusion is coming down in there as Ryu once again takes some pressure from ZZTai, but he will just put down that wind wall and backs away again.
And the IG bot lane with Annie and Lucian are using the superior range to just constantly harass Kitty Bolts, and they're actually going in. Both junglers are there.
On towards Kitty's, and he's going to die from this one. Surely exhaust onto him as well. There is Illusion coming in. Kitty survived very, very long in that one. They turn it around on towards Mappa, who's forced to flash away. Good damage, though. That'll be a double kill for Illusion. Can they get on towards score? Kid flashes in. One more auto attack will do it. Kid finishes off, and that is a massive pickup for IG.
And such a good counter gang from Illusion coming down here. KT Bullets invested so much onto killing the support. Simply meant that Lucian was left alone, and also Wukong was there. A lot of damage, turns everything around and picks up 3 kills for IG.
And if we look down, top lane is winning out in CS, the jungle is ahead in CS, mid lane is quite far ahead, and the AD carry even now with that kill in there. 2 assists as well for Kid. Everything across the map going nicely for IG. We see that PDD getting himself in between those turrets and getting rid of the farm. Leopard getting kind of bored of that, I think, and actually coming in. There's the ultimate from PDD, but Insect is already there. Slow does come down. The briefcase going to be thrown over. PDD actually doing good damage up towards Insect. He flashes over. Rio was already waiting in Baron Pit. KT Bullets get a kill back.
It's a good move by KT Bullets, but they invest a lot of people onto this kill. Simply means that IG now going towards the dragon. Ryu, he recalled. Insect, he recalled. So this is a free dragon for IG, and that's actually advantage to them.
And that Dragon is going to be going down without a problem whatsoever. Will they visit this bottom lane? Mappa and Score are back into that one. We can see that Kid playing it quite aggressive, and Yasuo did start to come down there. Wukong was around as well, but the Bullets already starting to back away.
And of course, looking at the bot lane CS, we have to remember the Relic Shield onto Leona picked up 17 CS.
True.
So they're actually slightly ahead, but it was such a small amount, and simply also due to them losing the fight, even though they're slightly ahead in CS, they're behind in gold. Also with the Dragon to IG.
And that leads to Bloodthirster completed for Kid, and only the workings of that one for Score. Here is an invade from the Bullets on towards the enemy blue buff. Other side of the map is warded, so IG know that the KT Bullets blue buff is up and available, but Rio is going to take that one away. We already see Wukong moving over to that one, but Haiti carrying support have started off their own blue as well.
He has full vision onto it, but will he actually try and go in, because the bot lane are still down here. Kenny Smarty.
Oh, he does. That was brilliant from Illusion, decoying in to keep himself invisible, and now they're going on towards Z-Tai. Wild Growth already used. There's a knock-up. Ultimate from Z-Tai. Rio goes low. He gets the kill on towards Insect. Can he finish off Rio? Illusion comes in. Wow! Amazing from IG.
And IG is doing everything so well. The crit from Z-Tai onto Insect just destroyed him. And Illusion came in there, picked up the kill onto Lulu. And once again, the fight in mid lane in favor of IG.
Absolutely sick stuff here. IG 5-2 ahead, 2,500 gold even, that they have the lead on that one. Kid obviously left alone a little now in this bottom lane, will be able to push out Score and Mappa. Let's have a look at that one again.
And notice it's actually 1v2 in the start, but Z-Tai, he doesn't back off. He wants to fight here. Pops the ultimate onto Rio, forcing him to flash out. And then look at the crit here onto Insect. Boom! Hammering him down, one more hit, he's dead, and then Illusion comes in and picks up the kill onto Lulu.
And what a flash as well from Z-Tai to actually get away from the damage.
Everything was perfect.
Everything was perfect for IG. And those are the kind of plays that win you games and tournaments if they carry on that way.
One thing we have to touch on now, looking at the top lane, is actually that Mundo has been catching up in CS. So he's managing now to get a lot of farm for him, and he will really scale into late game. Obviously, Shyvana will do the same, but a very tanky Dr. Mundo with his ultimate is very hard to kill, especially because IG's combo is designed to go to the back line. Who's gonna stay there and kill Dr. Mundo?
We'll see about that one as we go through. Rio trying to have a bit of free time in this mid lane to try and catch up in the CS, and of course Z-Tai just comes straight across. He's got that static shift now added in as we see the ulti coming down. The teleport came in from Leopard, and they're going to destroy Kitties. He had no chance to get away from that.
There's no dragon up though for KT Bulls to actually get, so they more or less invest the teleport into the kill. Meanwhile though, Insect has gone up top and taken the farm he needs up there against Shyvana.
Oh, Kid taking a bit of damage from Score there. They do have Illusion in. He does have himself the Cyclone if he wanted to get involved in that one, but not knowing exactly where Mundo and Leona were, he decided to back away from things once again. So 15 minutes in a very fast-paced game in terms of the kills of Insect, and PDD gonna go head-to-head, and PDD doing a decent amount of damage. We saw Insect just going in there to try and trade the damage, use his ultimate in fact for that one.
And he actually involved his ultimate as well on Kha'Zix here, so he wants to take less damage in team fights whenever he's in stealth, and also he wants to be harder to catch out and try and maybe get towards the back down of IG and then kill a target. He won't be able to get the reset before level 11 though.
So Rio having to back away here and do some Wraith farming, to be honest, because he's not getting the farm in that lane. Almost 40 CS behind his opponent here. Z-Tai actually having a look there as he wards over the top, sees that Rio had just picked that one up, and he's wave clear by this point. Z-Tai is pretty immense with that shiv in there as well.
Just the fact he managed to do so well early on means he can just continue farming now. Already having the static shift, it's a lot of upfront burst if he can get the crit he wants. And now, if he goes into Infinity Edge as the next item, once he complete that, he will more or less crit on every single hit. And it's going to be so hard for someone like Score to actually stay alive if Yasuo gets onto him.
So bottom lane actually going to face some pressure here. IG looking like they want to take the first turret of the game and will take that one as well. Illusion did come down to offer support if needed. Wasn't needed in the end though. Kitties and Kid able to take that one. That's a nice little pickup. If you look at the gold, it's turning into a big lead here for IG.
And actually the smart thing about Illusion's movement there was in case there was a gank, because they were pushing all the way up to the turret of KT Bulls, he was ready to counter gank if Insect had been there and ready to simply just turn around. Like we saw earlier when Insect actually came bot lane, they popped the Leona ultimate onto Annie, but then IG just turned it around with Illusion coming down.
So this top lane, Leopard with his Sunfire Cape now and another Giant's Belt added in, feeling a lot more comfortable. That might not last though, although Illusion, he stood on top of a wall. This is bad news for Illusion. He's going to decoy, but surely they'll be able to lock him down. Flash, Leona ultimate, they flash over the top, Cyclone was used, Illusion is still alive there. Kitties has come up as well, damage being done, but both parties escape with around about half HP.
It's a very aggressive movement from KT Bullets, actually following to flash over the wall to chase Simler down, try and get the kill, but Illusion popped his ultimate, got out safely, and then Kitties was actually there to also stop KT Bullets from moving further in.
Absolutely incredible game so far, this one, and why not? The winner goes through into the playoff rounds of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship as Kid and Rio having a lot of damage exchange. The culling is absolutely monstrous there. Rio having to back away. Didn't use his ultimate on himself, so technically would have been safe from that one. But look at this, Z-Tai is coming up. They were spotted by the pink one. Maffa is actually recalling, and Maffa has actually left Leopard all alone here in this top lane. Can the tanky Mundo escape this one? I don't think so. This is surely going to be a kill offered up. Meanwhile, Kid has gone down, but Z-Tai picks up another kill.
And Z-Tai once again gets a kill, but in the mid lane actually, Kid going down, stayed out too far to get some farm, and now Illusion wants to try and clear the wave, but the dragon is up for KT Bullets, and the fact that Shyvana is still top lane, and also both Annie and Yasuo move top, means that KT Bullets can start the dragon here, and should be able to pick it up easily.
Will be a turret for a dragon though. IG take down their second tower of the game. There is the dragon coming over, and you can see that levels out the gold at a 3,000 difference. IG, who in their first game against Fnatic moved so well as a unit to take out, in particular, those first ring of turrets. Doing a similar thing here, the mid turret is very low as well.
Yeah, and they have the same kind of combo where they can go in with the Wukong ultimate, followed up by Yasuo, and then the rest of the team just piles on to whoever they actually catch out and kill. It's the same kind of combo. We saw in that game how strong they were with it, but we can't really say KT Bullets are in such a bad position because the late game setup from them is very, very strong. So if they can manage to hold on here, while being down objectives or being down 3 turrets, if they can manage to hold on, they will have a chance in the team fight to come back. We actually see the replay here. Kid, 50% staying out and score. He's simply just going for him here and just straight up 1v1ing him.
Yep, ultimate went in there, and to be honest, not going to be able to escape that one. Didn't use his flash in the end, knew he was going to be going down, so at least managed to save that one. Did end up, of course, though, dying in the end. I want to just refer back to Fnatic versus IG because we saw the couple of fights that Fnatic did manage to win is when they pinned down Z-Tai early on and stopped him from getting his full damage off in those team fights. Do the KT Bullets have enough CC in their lineup to do the same?
You have Whimsy on Lulu, you have all the CC from Leona. If they can manage to just land the ultimate straight in the face of Z-Tai and just collapse onto him, he will be very easy to take down. And now they're going on to PDD to top.
Yeah, didn't expect Insect to come across from that one. They are going to be pushing him down. PDD at half HP. Pretty tanky in this one, but as he takes a step back, it becomes clear that he's not going to escape that one. Insect picks up the kill to put him 1-2-2.
And he didn't have any flash, but here, Z-Tai actually moving up with Martes nearby in case the fight should break out. Wisely enough though, nothing happens here, but good gang from Insect because no flash onto Shyvana. As soon as she actually ulted, they landed another cleaver and the slow from Kha'Zix and just chased her down.
Meanwhile, Ryu actually pushing down on towards that bottom lane. Leopard coming down towards Z-Tai. Mappa is going to be there. There's the lockup that we were talking about earlier. Z-Tai is going to get a knockup back, but I don't know about escaping. Definitely not now. Insect comes in. It's Mappa that gets the kill, though.
And that, Mr. Joe Miller, is how you shut down Yasuo. You simply land every single ability from Leona, stun lock him, and there's nothing you could do. But now Ryu getting caught.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble from this one as well. There is a calling from the backside. Kid gets the kill. Almost a mirror image there in the bottom lane.
Pretty much the same thing happening here. 3 members killed the mid laner on top, then switch it around, dies down in the bot lane from Rio here. So both of them actually giving up fairly easy kills onto the side of the other team, but all in all, still even at least this trade.
And the kills very even as well, 7-6, but the turrets are really where that lead is right now for IG. And you have to wonder, once the KT Bullets start moving and taking down those turrets, the bottom outer turret, for example, is already very low, as is the top lane. Not exactly sure how low that mid one has got in that one. Didn't see how much pressure really was in from earlier. That's going to really level things up. We can see there the mid turret still got more than half HP for IG.
But again, we have to touch about this bot lane because with the Relic Shield on Leona, they're actually far ahead on KT Bullet's side. And now Insect, he's waiting around here. The ward just got cleared out, so he can actually sneak into the bush. And if something happens, he will be there for the fight. And he's in a very good position now. If they stay around, land the ultimate from Leona and just go in and burst the target.
You're just trying to prevent IG from getting all that vision down. A pink ward was put in position as Kid will be getting his red buff as well. And that pink ward being utilized again on that top side of mid just to clear out a little bit more in favor of IG. We'll see what they can pull up next here though.
And notice the item build from Illusion. He got a lot of early kills, so he's more or less gone full damage. This simply means if KT Bullet can actually disengage early on and then turn the fight around, then he will be a very easy target to burst down. But if he gets onto them, he will have a lot of damage. So KT Bullets need to be able to disengage and then turn the fight around. Otherwise, Illusion will actually do a lot of damage.
This is exactly the scenario we saw IG in earlier. Take out the outer ring of turrets and then get as much vision as you possibly can in the enemy jungle. It's the top side that's been mostly controlled by them at this point. There's a couple of wards down on the bottom side, but they are not quite as deep as the ones up there on the top side. And we can see the kids are just waiting around for anyone to basically step by that they can lock up and have a go at killing.
And actually giving KT Bullet is giving a lot of farm to Insect here. He was down in this bot lane, staying here, waiting for Kid to either move too far out, or actually seems to be just recalling, don't want to risk anything here, and Kid is wise enough also just backing off. He knew someone was nearby, but they are actually putting some farm onto Insect here in the solo lanes because they want him to get some levels, because they need his damage. When you have Lulu mid lane and Mundo top lane, your overall damage isn't that high unless you have someone like Kha'Zix with the right items.
Have a look down some of the items while we're on that point. Between the AD carries, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer done full score on Sivir. Other side, Bloodthirster and the startings of that Trinity Force here for Kid.
Yeah, so with the Phantom Dancer, Sivir actually not gone for more wave clear, but gone for straight up damage in team fights. That's what you get with the Phantom Dancer over the static shift. So I like this item build because they have enough wave clear with just Lulu and obviously Sivir clearing the waves. They've just focused full on getting enough damage here. We might even see Sivir going full damage item, not even going Guardian Angel or Banshee, simply because they have Lulu and they want the extra damage.
Have that protection already built into the team comp as PDD once again pushes out that top lane. We've got 20 seconds until the next dragon of the game does spawn in. Who's going to be making the bigger move from that? We can already see that the KT Bullets pushing out that mid lane as far as they possibly can, but IG have got pretty hard control on that one. Insect actually coming across from the side, but doesn't actually land the slow. And Illusion actually diving forward from this one. Will they try and Cyclone in? No, not this time. IG in position for Dragon.
And that team combo in a fight here around the 25-minute mark is so strong. If they get towards the backline, they will be able to do something.
Trying to focus down Matter. He's going to get his ulti off though, but there are the knockups coming in. Kid gets one kill. Cyclone already running in, but IG is starting to fall a little bit low. Kitties is surely going to go down. Insect gets the reset, but has to jump away. It's a double kill for Kid. Illusion's going to fall down, and now PDD is in all kinds of trouble. Kid's still at the back there doing good damage. Flash from PDD doesn't get him far enough away as Ryu comes back towards Kid. Has he got the damage? Flashing from Kid. Oh my god! Beastie from Kid. That gives him a double kill there at the end. Absolutely massive for IG.
And he simply managed to stay back when the rest of KT Bullets were chasing down PDD, and he just fired away. And then as soon as PDD died and people dropped low, he just went in there, picked up 2 kills. Very nice play. And very close team fight. We actually see it again here. The Timbers onto Leona. Disagree with that one. They invest a lot onto trying to kill the support. And she actually lands her ultimate before dying. Now the rest here, Yasuo goes onto Dr. Mundo. Nobody's going towards the backline with this combo from IG. That's why it's a very close fight. Notice Insect down here in the bottom. Actually gets the reset he wants. Tries to jump out, but he's already too low and he will actually die in the air. Sivir though, completely untouched. Ryu in the backline, completely untouched because Wukong didn't get to them, and also the Timbers didn't get to them, and of course Yasuo didn't get to them. But it still means though, IG could win the fight with Kid staying in the back.
IG not messing around here either. They've already gone straight over towards Baron. Not quite half HP just yet. We can see on the minimap the KT Bullets are starting to close in. Illusion having to decoy away as he gets pretty low. Can they get on top of it? There's the dive in. They get the kill on Z-Time, and there is the Baron going down in favor though of IG, but the kills raining in here for the KT Bullets. There is finally the kill on towards Kid. 3 for nothing in terms of the kills, and now Kitties is not going to escape either. This is an easy pickup for Insect. 4 men down. They got the Baron.
And I'm just one big question mark. Why did they rush the Baron here? It was too easy for KT Bullets to get in there and simply punish them. They dropped so low from actually tanking the Baron. As soon as KTB arrived, they just won the fight, picked up 4 kills, and that was just so big for them. Such a good fight for KT Bullets.
And that brings them right back in gold as well. Baron, that
was risky.
So often we see it, the wrong call at the wrong time, thinking you're maybe further ahead or that you're safe to do it at that point. Wasn't the case whatsoever. We saw a great ulti from Mappa coming around, and the Dragon is now available as well. The KT Bullets should be able to pick this one up, and we can see, if we look at the gold, the Koreans have got in the lead.
They've got in the lead, and again, their combo will become stronger and stronger. Now, Insect going on to Illusion here.
Will they be able to get away from this one? Of course he will. Pops the ultimate and stealths up there to get out. Red buff was taken by Illusion in the end.
Okay, so the Baron call again from IG. I think the idea was more or less, let's try and rush it. We don't think KT Bullets has any vision on it, and maybe we can catch them out by surprise. But KT Bullets, they ran straight from their base towards the Baron. They knew something was up, so they were ready to stop it. And that's why once they actually got there, yes, the Baron died in favor of IG, but they were too low to actually fight. And KT Bullets got the kills, got the Dragon, and yeah, they're now in the lead.
Let's have a look down some of the items here. We see that Leopard, he's pretty tanky. He's got a lot of armor right now. Randuin's Omen, some Fire Cape, and the Thor Mail leaves him at 327 armor. That is a pretty beastie, Mundo.
Yeah, and look at the setup from IG. Physical damage, physical damage, physical, and physical, and then you have Annie. Annie's obviously not going to be killing this Dr. Mundo, so he's just been able to stack armor 100%. And when he goes into the face of someone like Kid now, he will do so little damage to him, and he will be able to tank him for so long that he forces the rest of IG to make the plays.
So KT actually setting up around the Baron, which of course was taken not so long ago by IG, and then they collapsed and lost 4 men. PDD, the only one actually with that buff, still running on him with that Shyvana. And now IG actually pushing straight up the mid lane. So KT Bullets find themselves a little bit out of position from that one, but they've done a big loop around that backside. Leopard and Mappa are going to get back there so that they don't lose too much damage, if any, on that turret.
And Insect actually coming in from behind here. He's not spotted out yet. Puts down the ward. If he can try and come in from behind, get an early kill on a squishy target, get the reset, it's very good for KT Bullets. Seems though people backing off for now, blue buff for IG, but then the rest of KT Bullets just pushing down the mid lane.
Pushing down the mid lane. Are IG going to recall from this one? No, it actually looks like they're going to be coming in from the backside. They have pretty much all the tools they need. Ultimates are up across the board. There is the pushing from Illusion. The decoy won't get him into the middle of the team, though. Do they want to pick the fight right now? Leopard is going to move right to the front here so that he can tank up any immediate damage coming in. PDD not wanting any of it. Actually will get away. There's the knock up onto Leopard. Not followed through, though, by IG. They're still off to the side. The KT Bullets not really moving here.
And look at the top lane here, pushing all the way down. IG actually just pinged it because they know KT Bullets will rotate over there. They had the better position in the mid lane, and they can possibly pick up this turret. And wise enough again, shoving down multiple lanes, forcing IG to do something to defend them.
Insect, the one that's really putting in the damage on that one. PDD has finally come across. He does have that Baron buff on him, but he's maybe gone too deep from this one. They throw everything in him, but he dives away using that ultimate. Only lost about 2/3 of his health.
Yeah, so actually 2 ultimates were used from KT Bullets, only 1 for IG. Everyone is backing off now. Insect doesn't have his ultimate, he can't. Actually, he's staying around. Will they try and set something up here?
And he's just giving his position away there as he puts the Void Spikes through that wall.
All right, and they go back.
Yeah.
So we actually have Last Whisper Brutalize on to Insect now, so he's having the armor penetration items he wants. It simply means that pretty much any target, you will be able to have some good damage on them. And as long as Leopard can stay alive in the front, deal the damage, and have Zivia and obviously Lulu poking away from the background, Summer will drop low, and then Insect can come in and get the kill.
Leopard actually waiting around here in that tri-bush. We can see that the vision wall continues. There's a lot of red wards on the bottom side. That was almost the other way around not too long ago, as IG had got lots of vision in the Bullets jungle, but that's all changed. If we look at the gold, there's a 600 or so difference between the two teams, with the Bullets having that advantage now. If we look across the board, there's really not that much separating each player in each role.
Generally just a very, very close game. Throughout the entire game, it's been just back and forth fighting here. Yes, KT Bullets going in for this one, missing the ultimate though.
Missed ultimate means no follow through there from the KT Bullets, and now IG actually pushing up this mid lane. The Bullets have to turn around. Actually, Leopard is not there. And he's already used his teleport, so he used the teleport to go down to that bottom lane, which means that he might not get here in time to defend out these turrets. Those minions going down very, very quickly, but Kid tanking up quite a lot. There is a proc from the static ship, and they get the turret, and they're going to go in towards Insect. He gets knocked up there from the wild go. The calling comes out from the backside. PDD tanking right up there at the front. People are going low, but no one going down up until now, and that was a prolonged fight with no deaths.
But you saw the disengage from KT Bullets here. Insect actually got caught out, but then with the Lulu ultimate, obviously with Sivir ultimate, they managed to get out. Here, IG is keeping out the pressure, though. They want this turret.
Turret going to be focused down. Leopard trying to do as much damage as he can right in the middle of them. Kid hammering away on the turret. There is Mappa actually going a little bit too deep. Turret is going to go down here. Can they get any kills? Wow, flashing from Kid. Hyper-aggressive play from him. Score does go down. The inhib turret is dead. The inhibitor itself is going to fall. Leopard is low. Well, look at Ryu off to the side. He's still pretty healthy. Insec is now back into the fray. PDD goes low. Can they pick up the kill onto him? Leopard goes even further low. Kid doing good damage, but again, no one falling. Well, here comes Rio once again. Mappa gonna ulti in there. Here comes the rest of the damage. The Colin comes out. Mappa gonna go down. Kid doing an absolute beastly job there as Insect having to use his ultimate. Dives back on towards PDD. Gets a reset. Jumps out. Illusion with no HP comes from the back. Wow, what a fight. Amazing.
Such a back and forth. First, we have Insect being caught out. He actually disengages from KT Bullet's side, but IG to stay around. Kill the turret and just go for the fight. Get the inhibitor and just stay there. Fight back and forth, picks up some kills. And IG in team fights, they're so coordinated. It is beautiful to watch.
And Kid, again, flashing in there aggressively, cleaning up a couple of kills.
There's a reason he wants to play Lucian. There's a reason they picked it for him. He's so good. He knows exactly how much damage he can do. And the fact that he's always going actually in front of his team just to get the burst and then he backs off. Very nice play.
Great positioning, and with that, IG have regained the gold lead in this game. 16-15, they're up in kills. Again, it's the turrets that really separate them out. 5-3 on that front as Leopard. Gonna get caught here, but he's a big tanky Mundo. After all, pops his ultimate, will regen that back up. Baron has spawned.
Yeah, he will regen it back up, but the ultimate is gone now. So if he goes in, and now Mata being caught out.
Oh, and he's gonna throw his ultimate back off, gets the shield from Ryu. Does get knocked up there, but no follow-up from IG yet.
This is an issue for KT Bullets. Twice now they've been caught out, and also Insect in the last fight. The reason they couldn't actually fight it was because he was caught in the front line. He had to jump out. He couldn't stay in there with the team. So they need to be careful here because IG is doing a very good job popping the ultimates and the summoners on KTB's side.
We do see Torre actually going very, very low there in the bottom lane. How is this one all going to work out?
Look at the base
trying to bait them in. Yeah, the base is being attacked here. They're actually going to have to send Leopard back into the base to deal with all that one. There is the first Nexus turret actually going down in the base of the KT Bullets. They need to wait until Mundo's finished, but that might be too long. The Baron started.
Yeah, Mundos have to TP down instantly if they actually want to contest this one. Maybe they just want to try and deal with Insect. Don't feel like they actually fight. We'll see.
Half HP on the Baron. Mappa stepping forward. Doesn't have a solar flare, but there goes Insect. They managed to get the Baron. Insect gets the wild growth and flashes out there. He's still alive. Mappa in the middle of them now. We saw the ultimate coming out of Z-Type, but his damage is gone. And there is the ultimate finally from Mappa. They have to back away. It's a 0-for-1 in the end, but that will be the Baron picked up by the KT Bullets.
So very nice Baron here for KT Bullets, but they couldn't actually get onto Kid in the backline because Insect, once again, he went in for the Baron. Then he had to jump out of the fight, and he couldn't get any kills, he couldn't get any resets. It's been an issue for KT Bullets, but they do get the Baron here, and they might be able to hold off a little bit longer, but this turret should go down.
Turret gonna be pressured up from this one. Insect actually did manage to get that Baron without the use of his smite. Maybe has to fall down this time. No, he jumps away. Z-Type trying to dash in there. There's a big shield from Ryu. Mappa has gone very low. The Colin comes around the side. Ryu will escape. Well, that turret's down.
That turret is gone here. IG seems to be backing off. They're fairly low. Don't really want to fight now here because Leopard is respawning in 5 seconds. He will be this very tanky Mundo that can really kill without everything ready for them. So wisely enough, yes, they lost the Baron, but still they managed to get a turret at least here and are still in the gold lead.
Still in the gold lead. Crazy, crazy game, and we kind of expected it as well from this one. The winner, of course, if you're just joining us, goes through into the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship playoffs. the aim from the group stage, of course, for all these teams. The loser not out, though. They'll go through to play the winner of our next matchup, which will be Fnatic versus Millennium. But before we get to that one, this one has got to finish at some point. We're almost 40 minutes in. It's been back and forth, crazy team fights. Right now, a Dragon being done by IG.
And KT Bullets, when the next fight is about to start, really need to be careful because first, again, they've been caught out a few times before the fights actually start, and it gives the whole favor to IG with this dive-on combo. So let's see if KT Bullets actually get a straight-up 5 against 5. If they can use this very, very strong late game they have to actually win the fight over IG. If they can lock down Yasuo early. He is having a Banshee though, to make it even harder to actually engage onto him, lock him down early. But if they can manage to kill him more or less instantly, they will have a very good chance of winning the fight.
You can see that score as well gone exactly the route you expected. Infinity Edge and the Last Whisper now added into that Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer. Such a close game. The KT Bullets still with that Baron running, but do they feel confident enough to be pushing with that buff?
They, more or less for them again, they can stay here and farm, try and get a few more items. Insect is going towards some tankiness now, so he can actually stay in the fights, doesn't have to rely on jumping in. For KT Bullets side again, they don't mind delaying the game here. And if they go for a fight, if they actually lose it to IG, there's only one Nexus turret left. It will be more or less the game for them. So I understand the fact they're playing a little bit more careful here. Maybe want to try and get a pick because they have the Leona here to start something. They have the Sivir ultimate, and of course they have mobility from Lulu to catch someone out from IG. But IG, they're just staying together as 5. So it's really, really hard for KT Bullets to actually go on to them.
And that's something that IG have done so well across these last 2 games as well. Sticking together in the points where you have to expect that their enemies are looking for those picks to get things started off. Again, 3 of them roaming up the mid lane. We've got Wukong and Annie off to the side. And that inhibitor, of course, in the mid lane is back in play. So that's obviously a bit of a juicy target for the Chinese team.
Yeah, but both these, look at both tanks here, PDD and obviously Leopard. They are so tanky, so hard to deal with that whenever we actually will have a fight, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be back and forth because the tanks, they won't die instantly. You cannot burst them. You see KT Bullets actually pushing down now towards this turret here, but IG from the side can maybe try and engage here. PDD is in a good position.
PDD does come across and he does manage to get right into the middle. Pops his Randuins. Leopard has to use his ultimate as well. The disengage though from the KT Bullets.
Yeah, disengage, Sivir ultimate pop, instantly moving away as they kill the turret. Very nice play. And Insect with his ultimate, maybe he wants more. But an issue for IG there, they didn't actually get to the backline with multiple people, so they just had to more or less stop chasing.
Rotation comes in from the Bullets. They're going for that bottom inner tower. Actually is pretty low, but they're not daring to stick around and have a go at that one. Z-Type is pushing forward from this one as well. Managing to dodge those briefcases as he goes through, doesn't get the knock up onto anyone. Score off to the side. Here comes Mappa around the side. They're going to go in for it. They go for Z-Type. There is a Cyclone coming out. Wild Growth is going to be used. Mappa has to back away. Z-Type is surely going to fall. Score picks up that one. PDD is low. That's a killer piece in that one. 4 men running away now for the KT Bullets. But as usual, Kid has flashed in there. Good damage. Couldn't pick up any more kills though, but he'll keep chasing.
And this time KT Bullets got the engage onto both Wukong and onto Sita and Yasuo, so they could actually have the fight in their favor. They dropped really, really low, but they'd still managed to win the fight 2 for 1.
And there is Leopard getting his ulti back up, and he's just going to run straight back off into that bottom lane. Both Wukong and Annie trying to escape from that one. Recall's already coming in. Kitties was just off to the side there. Leopard spotted him quite late, and Kitties will be able to just walk away to safety. So let's have a look again at where we stand in this game. 40 minutes now on the clock, 18-17 in kills, a 3,400 gold lead for the Chinese side of IG, but the Bullets are going to pull the tower back.
They simply wanted this turret because it was already low. They stayed around when IG actually recalled after the big fight. The rest of KT Bullets stayed, got in, took the turret, and backed off now because everything counts. Every single turret will be so important because these teams are so close in the team fights. We just had a big team fight and only 2 for 1.
A lot of gold was on the side of the KT Bullets. We see them backing away, both giant belts coming in for Mundo and for Kha'Zix there, so even more tankiness coming down. We also saw a blasting one picked up by Ryu on Lulu.
And a little worry here for KT Bullets. While they had more or less perfect engage in the last team fight, they didn't have too much damage, so they couldn't actually get more people down from IG. We have Banshees on pretty much every single member for them. We have the Randuin's Omens. We have so much tankiness from all the members. Even Annie now is going towards the Banshee. It's going to be very hard for KT Bullets with Kha'Zix with Xavier and Lulu as the damage dealers to actually kill someone.
Crazily tense game. 41.5 minutes in. IG once again pushing this mid lane out. Both Kid and Kitties have just gone back there. And as you said, Banshee is pretty much across the board starting to come in. That Mikhail's Crucible as well. Yep. Very handy against a team like this.
Very important. If a key member gets stunned by the engage from Leona, you can pop it onto him, get him out of the stun so he can escape away and not be killed instantly.
Red buff's been taken. Kid will take that one. He's now sat at 9-2-5 on this Lucian. Showed us time and time again that he is not scared of being aggressive and flashing in to really mop up at the end of those team fights. Baron is now live once again. Last time, of course, the KT Bullets did manage to steal it. IG picked up the first one, but lost 4 men in the process. Baron has been a melting pot of action so far.
And notice the position of Insect once again. He's going to come in from behind you, but there's both a ping ward and a ward to spot him out. He's still sneaking though, not being seen yet. Tailbot coming in, here's the fight.
TP from Mundo, there is a Sivir ultimate pop. Good ultimate comes out to trap up Illusion, but will it be enough? Illusion dives into the middle. Z-Tai is going to come across as well. They actually go towards Mappa. Z-Tai going down to half HP. Leopard still chasing. They want to take down Kid, but he is still very, very healthy. There is one kill for Ryu. Can they get any more? There is another dive in from Insect. He goes low as well. There is a knockup from Z-Tai, but he falls straight afterwards. That's a 3-for-1 for the Bullets.
And IG invested everything onto Leona. She was knocked up by the ultimate from Wukong, and then Z-Tai just jumped onto her. Wild Growth, very healthy, not even close to going down, and they invested so much onto her that they couldn't do anything in the fight. Ryu dropped low, but managed to escape with his shield, and then Kid was just caught in the middle of everyone and got taken down.
Going in towards that inhib turret. Leopard, of course, with about 4 million armor, is able to just tank that one up as he pleases. The shield's coming in there as well from Ryu to help things out, and this will be the second inhib of the game, this time going down in favor of the KT Bullets.
And I would love to see that fight again because it was so crucial for the game, and also IG just misplayed that combo and KT Bullets took full advantage of it.
Still going in though for these inhib turrets, and actually the second one will fall. They go in towards PDD, they lock him up, ultimate comes out of Mappa, and that is score now on a rampage, going up to 6-3-10. He's got that Guardian Angel, which gives him a lot more safety in these fights. The Bullets take inhibitor number 2 and back away.
So double inhibitor is down. Baron is up now for KT Bullets. They can go back, buy, they have a lot of gold, go down towards this Baron, take it fairly safe because IG will be forced to stay around their base unless they actually move out for a last team fight, and if KT Bullets can then win it, they will be able to just go down and take down the Nexus in their favor. However though, IG as well, we talked earlier how there's only one Nexus turret left for KT Bullets, but look at this replay here. Notice, first of all, Leona ultimate actually doesn't do anything, but they get a lot of harass onto PDD, and then look here at Wukong, jumping into the back line, the rest of them is not following, and Leona knocked up, Yasuo jumps onto her, PDD haven't actually done anything yet, and this is simply here where KT Bullets can just turn it around. Kid, all in aggression onto killing Lulu, doesn't work for him, and he just dies instead.
Well, it's doing the Baron right now. They're going to go in towards Z-Tai. There is the knockup. Insect gets the kill. Baron's still alive though. Kid going to throw in the Culling from the side, but he's just not doing enough damage to them. This is surely a Baron for the Bullets. That puts them ahead again in gold. Are they going to keep chasing? Ryu just speeding himself up there. There's a 5 versus 4 for the next minute almost. Kitty's going to get slowed down. They should be able to stick to Annie. Can he get away? PDD comes around the side. Kitty's gets exploded though, and there is Illusion just blocking out with a decoy, and this could be the final push for the Bullets.
Yeah, super minions are coming down the base towards IG. 5 members from KT Bullets with the Baron buffer there. They should be able to try and finish this game.
Illusion gets slowed. Super minions are coming in, and they don't even need them. Leopard is tanky enough to do this one. First Nexus turret goes down. There is the dive in. Illusion going to use the Cyclone. He's going to get focused down though. Good decoy keeps him alive, but the Nexus turrets have gone down. There's a flash away from Kid. He gets finished off. In the end, it's a win for the KT Bullets as they move through to the playoffs of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. And what a match it was.
Absolutely insane game. Back and forth all the time. IG were ahead. They went for the Baron. They got the Baron but lost 4 members. Then they got turned around. They won the next fight. And then they lost it again in the very last fight for KT Bullets in favor of KT Bullets. So they got ahead and could go around and win the game.